Good morning, Tehmina Khan is here in TK Maths is Fun. This is video number 3 for linear combination of random variable. And in this video, we will discuss the concept of the sum of independent normal variable. This is a topic of A-level mathematics S2. In the previous two videos, we have seen the linear combination of random variable and the sum of independent Poisson variable. You can see the link in the description. So this is the third video on this topic. So let's start. If you are given the normal variables, for example, x and y, which are representing two different situations, and you know the distribution, you know mean and variance for both. And you have to find the sum of this, or you have to find the difference of it, then how will you find it out? Number one, when you are adding up the two independent normal variables, x plus y, the means are added up, like it is given here. I have taken two examples, so you will understand 100% at the end of this video. And when you have to find out the variance for x plus y, you add up the variance. Now, in case of difference, what do you do? So your new distribution will be mu1 plus mu2 and sigma 1 square plus sigma 2 square. So straight away you are just adding up mean and adding up variance for x plus y, the new variable, which will also be normal. In case of difference, where the demand of the question is such that you have to subtract the two random variable of normal, what happens with mean you subtract, but with variance you still add. Now this is something important. Please remember, when you are subtracting two independent normal variables, to find out the new distribution, mean will be subtracted, but variance will be added. So this is how you will get your new distribution, and you will apply a standard procedure to finding out the probability. Okay, so let's take two examples. This is talking about garden chairs and garden tables. And for both of them, the normal distribution, mean and standard deviation is given to you in the question. So let's put it or write this in the form of distribution in numbers, easy to read rather than in words here. So for the garden table, your distribution is mean is 36, variance is 1.6 square. And for chair, we are taking these variable ourselves, 7.3 and 0.4 square. So you have gotten the distribution here. Now what is question saying? Find the probability that the total weight of two randomly chosen table is more than 10 total weight of 10 randomly chosen chairs. So you are selecting two tables and 10 chairs, and the weight of two tables is greater than weight of 10 chairs. So let's see how we will solve this question. So first of all, we need to find out new distribution of two tables and 10 chairs, number one, and then we will say table weight is greater than chair, right, with this context. So let's find out. We are calling x for t1 plus t2. When we are taking two chairs, we are saying the variable is x. So we have to find out the new mean. So when you're finding out the new mean for x, it means t1 plus t2 mean. It means this mean plus this mean. This mean plus this, because you're picking up two tables. So you will get here 36 plus 36, which is represented by 2 times 36. Similarly, you have to find out the variance of x also, which is representing two tables you have picked up, right? Now, variance of two tables mean t1 plus t2. It means you have to add up their variance. So this can be written as 2 times 1 plus 1.6 square. I have written all these steps just to explain to you that how come we are getting this. Students usually think why we are not squaring 2, because of the formula we have seen in video 1. So this is the main problem where students get confused. Either we will square it or not. Here we don't need to, because we are taking two independent items, two tables here, and we are adding up their variance, right? Now, let's talk about 10 chairs now. Okay, so we have gotten the variable distribution for two chairs, which is this. So now let's take for the chair. Now let's call 10 chairs equals to y. So if I'm finding out mean of y, it means I will add up their mean. The mean of the chair was 7.3. So I am adding 10 times. So I can write 10 times 7 plus 3. Similarly, for variance of y, I am adding the variance 10 times. So 0.4 plus 0.4 10 times. It means straight away I can write 10 multiplied by 0.4. Sorry, it was a square. I forgot to write. Let me see here. It was 0.4 square, right? So 0.4 square. So you will get the distribution for 10 chairs. So now you have a distribution of 2 tables and distribution of 10 chairs. Now the question is saying those 2 chairs weight is, those 2 tables weight is greater than 10 chairs weight. So this is the question you have to answer. Now if we further simplify it, it means x minus y greater than 0. Now you see, you are getting again a distribution which you have to calculate. So this is very interesting thing in this question. So let's call x minus y equals to d. Okay, x minus y equals to d. So the question you have to answer finally is this question. But again, do you have a distribution of d? No, you have a distribution of x, you have a distribution of y. So let's use it to find out the new distribution d, which we will use in our probability. So exactly same distribution of x minus distribution of y. Now we have seen distribution of x was 72. So 72 minus 73, you get minus 1. You have to find variance of d also. Now remember, when it is minus, variance may we keep it plus. So it is variance of x plus variance of y. So you are adding up this and this. You have seen here. So you got the new distribution for d, which is minus 1, and variance is, mean is minus 1, and variance is 6.72. So now you have this thing and you can answer this question now. Okay. So to answer this question, now we will change it into z. And I hope you remember the formula for z is x minus mu over standard deviation. And this is my mean, minus 1. Variance, so I'm taking root of it. Then it is simple normal a distribution method, and you are applying or calculating z with the help of the table. For if you do not know how to do this, you need to refer the normal distribution videos which are in the description. So we are using table and calculating the probability. So the probability that the total weight of 2 table is more than the total weight of 10 chair is 0.350. Right? Let's take another example. This example is talking about washing machine time and then drying time, right? So machine is performing 2 functions, washing it and drying it. So means and standard deviation for both is given to you. So let's write in the distribution form, easy to read. You always assign the variable so that when you're using some random variable, you know what you're talking about. One can understand. So now the question is saying find the probability that a randomly chosen wash time differ by more than 3 minutes. So difference in time, difference between washing time and drying time is more than 3, and I have to calculate the probability of it. Let's see how do we handle it. Now let's call difference d minus w is equals to t, right? T is representing d minus w. Now, when the question is talking about difference is greater than or less than, whatever the question is, it means modulus of t is greater than 3, that is t greater than 3 or t minus less than minus 3. The meaning of this symbol is t greater than 3 or t less than minus 3. Now, if somebody is confused about it, how and why, because the common mistake students make in this question, they straight away just take d minus w greater than 3 and solve the question. And it means they have done half of the question. Now let me explain you why. What is the meaning? When you're talking about difference, you don't know it is washing time minus drying time or drying time minus washing time, right? So let's see. Suppose I have taken d minus w greater than 3. Now question is why I'm taking it. Let's see here. It could be this or it could be this, right? D minus w greater than 3, or W minus D greater than 3. If I work out on this question, right, D minus W greater than 3 and minus it, I mean throughout this inequality, multiply by minus, I will get this. The sign will reverses. Then I'm writing D first and minus W second. So it means this thing is actually equals to this thing, right? So you're already finding it out and you have to find this also out. So that's why you write this as well. I'm repeating, you have to actually find this and this both. If you want to do this way, then you have to calculate two distribution, D minus W and W minus D. And I want to avoid working that way. I just want to calculate one distribution to save my time. So I'm writing this equation in another way, which is D minus W less than minus 3. And I'll explain it to you. So that's why we solve both of them to answer the question. The difference is greater than 3. Okay. So now let's see. So we have to find out this distribution now, first of all, D minus W, which I'm calling T. So because in difference, the mean we subtract, we have seen in the previous example in the formula. So we are simply subtracting the mean, but variance we add up. Remember, I told you even if it is a case of difference, we add the variance. So we are adding these two variance. So we got the new distribution for T, which is 4.2 and 62.73. Now we can answer this question and this question, and we will add up these two probabilities, right? Okay, so now we have a new distribution and we have to answer these two questions and add up, okay? So let's see one thing at a time. So for this case, T, I am changing it into Z, and you know the formula, and then calculating the probability, which is 0.5604. You can use Z table and you can figure it out. And similarly, you're doing T less than minus 3 because T is representing same, it's the same distribution. So you will change it into Z and solve it. So you got two probabilities here and you have to add it up to get the answer that the difference, the probability that the difference of wash time and drying time is greater than 3. So after adding up, you get this answer. So probability of washing time differs by more than 3 minutes from drying time. This is your final answer. So thank you very much for watching this video. In my next video, I will take the cases or examples of multiples of normal variable and we will see how do we handle it. We already have seen the application in video 1. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please share it with your friends and give your comments. Press like and subscribe button if you feel so. Thank you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.